Hello everybody, welcome back. YouTube.com/Geek Aloud for another Let's Install. Today, Resident Evil Village, aka Resident Evil 8. I'll note I picked this up as the Gold Full Complete Edition, call it what you will, about a week and a half ago. It was part of all those Konami sales that were going on. So I was able to pick up the Ultimate Full Complete, call it what you will edition for, I believe it was... now it was 30 something dollars, 36, somewhere around there. But if we go into manage add-ons, I believe if we dive in one more, we should be able to see all the optional extras. You can see the Trauma Pack, the Winter's Expansion, etc. So it's not just the base game we're doing today. No. We're also doing the Trauma Pack and Winter's Collection, also known as Resident Evil 8 Gold Edition or Resident Evil Village Gold Edition. Today, of course, being installed onto an Xbox Series X. If I put that controller back, maybe there, you'll be able to see it on camera. So as I said, it's Resident Evil Village base game at 30.66 gigabytes. Then there's the Winter's Expansion and the Trauma Pack. We'll have to wait for those to kick off to see the full install size, but what I can tell you is that this Thursday night, 8 p.m, myself, Bully, Unky Dunky, will be back on the Gaming Enforcement Agency patrol. That's right, we'll be on duty. We'll be covering off all the games we've gone hands-on with during the week. We'll talk about all the news stories of the week, and then we'll jump on into everyone's favorite segment, the standoff. So we put the best of video gaming up against the other best of video gaming and declare a winner. It's a great chance to take a nostalgic trip down video gaming history, and I'd love it if you wanted to come with us. And of course, there's integration. The fourth segment is YouTube Chatland integration. That's right, audience integration or interrogation, I think, as Tagero likes to call it. Tagero, shout out to you, sir. Thank you for being the #1 supporter of Geek Aloud. Much appreciated. As I said, throughout the show, Bully is on patrol in the YouTube comments, flicking any relevant comments to myself, Unky Dunky, and Bully on air will discuss those. But then at the end, any we've missed, we wrap them all up and cover them off there in the fourth segment. And that makes a Gaming Enforcement Agency podcast. There's 64 of them in the can. Go check them out. That's right, 64 episodes of everyone's favorite segment, The Standoff, are available. The best of video gaming 64 times up against the other best of video gaming. I highly encourage you to check it out. If you can't check it out on YouTube, there is, of course, the podcast service version available on all podcast services everywhere. Just look up Gaming Enforcement Agency and you'll find us. But for now, let's install Resident Evil 8 Village Gold Edition right here, youtube.com/Geek Aloud. Exciting times here on Geek Aloud as I can finally say installed Resident Evil 8, aka Resident Evil Village, onto an Xbox Series X. If the PlayStation 5 version is more your interest, or PlayStation 4, they're both previously available on the channel, but you've got to go back to launch. What was that, a year and a half, 2 years ago at this point, something like that? But they are certainly available on the channel. By all means, search them up. Geek Aloud, let's install game name, and I've got you covered, chances are. All right, standard display options there. Oh, I meant yes, continue with those settings. Subtitles off entirely, how about that? That all seems fine. Continue with those settings. Once again, two big lights, don't go by my settings, but take the time, I should say, to set it up for your screen. It's very important you get these field of views right. You have to scroll all the way to the bottom, unfortunately, before you can click yes. So unnecessary. I wish a couple of people would sit down and realize that we can just get rid of all those and never show it again. Third person mode, first person mode. Amazing stuff. Would you like to watch a recap? No, thank you. And I can watch the recap from there. But look at that, Resident Evil Village, start game. We have now the full and complete install of Resident Evil Village. Let's go ahead and open that options menu. And I just quickly want to show you, where is it? The display and the ray tracing. Turn that on. That is the key one to note. That's the one we absolutely have to get in. But other than that, you can leave it relatively default. Let's bounce on out now, pull up the particulars, and wrap up this here Let's Install of Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil Village, onto an Xbox Series X. I can tell you it's currently version 1.1.2.0, and that is a full and complete install size. The Gold Edition with the expansion is 37.5 gigabytes. Thank you very much for watching another Let's Install right here on Geek Aloud. I hope to see you back Thursday night, 8 PM for the Gaming Enforcement Agency. What else can you do with Geek Aloud? Like it, subscribe it, you'll never miss it.
That was luck. Hey, that's something. Oh, look out!
Two players play.
Old Uncle Donkey. Gee, Donkey.